There it is, Utah. It's gonna be a ball. I gotta climb out of this canyon here. Let's go do some more climbing. This has some serious grade. I'm going real slow. But I guess that means it's a short distance. All right, I just reached a little plateau here, but I spoke with a guy who told me that there's more to climb, and that once I climb this next stretch at 8% grade, it's called 2 Mile Hill, he said I could pretty much coast all the way to Moab. I'm gonna put my big pants on and keep at it. I've been grinding low-grade incline here for 2 miles. That was absolute brutality. I don't know how many miles I went into the wind and low-grade incline, but here's the uphill that I've been told that once I get over, I can either downhill to Las Sal, or there's some public land up over that hill coming up, and I can camp there. All right, one last push up this hill. It doesn't look too bad. I'll tell you guys about it later. Holy shit. After 3 months on the road, I've climbed all kinds of stuff and I've had all kinds of days, but I can guarantee you that today topped all of them. There is not one day out there that was as hard as this. Woo! Butt kickers. I could stay up here. There's a cutout back there I could have camped at, but to pass up a sunset on a downhill like this late in the day like this, I'm not gonna do it. It's absolutely picture perfect out here. I'm gonna park right here, put my clothes on, and descend as far as I can. What a day. a downhill that was. Now I got 8 miles to a campground, Las Sal Junction campground, and I'll make it to Moab tomorrow. I'm psyched about getting through today. That was a brute, but well worth it, and the reward of getting through it is just outstanding. And this scenery is spectacular right now. There is no campground, so I'm gonna have to head to Moab in the dark. Adventure, it continues. That was a crazy day, one of the toughest days ever, but I feel so happy right now just to persevere and get to where I got. I had a lot of obstacles there at the end. The campground was not there anymore, and I was trying to make it to Moab, but it got really dark, and I started looking for places to sort of pitch my tent anywhere, and I found this amazing spot off the road, maybe 300 yards. And I've just been listening to the truckers and the last few cars of the night going by, every once in a while running over the rumble strips. Now I'm cooking some ramen. I'm only 20 miles from Moab. Can't wait to wake up and see where really I am, because I don't really know. I can't believe I'm here. Anyways, another great day of bicycle touring.
It's about 40 degrees. I slept so good. I have no idea where I'm at, really. I just like pulled up on the side of the highway there. Last night, it was sketchy. I was trying to get to Moab, but the truckers and the traffic was too much. It was too dark. The shoulder was not very wide at all. It was wide here and there, but mostly a real narrow strip. And I saw this road coming into sort of like a area. It was like finding an oasis. I needed to get it off the road there. It's kind of a testament that you always figure it out one way or the other. Closed campground, heavy winds, too many hills. It doesn't matter. You keep trucking along, looking for a solution, and you find it. Tomorrow, my two friends are coming from Grand Junction and from Denver to hike Arches. So I'm gonna spend Friday and Saturday with them. I'm gonna do as much as I can to record what Moab is all about. So buckle up, Moab and Arches coming up.
Lots of truckers here. Yeah, that's what I was dealing with last night. What an entrance into Moab! Holy smokes! I'm so glad I camped out last night and was able to get up this morning and actually see this.
So, it's going?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, it's recording.
That's Jason and that's Cooper. You guys know me. We're going to Arches. How do you guys, Jason and Cooper in the back? Have you ever been to Arches? Never been to Arches. How many times have you been to Arches?
Prepare for your mind to be blown. I don't know, dozens.
Is that cool?
It's that cool.
What's your favorite part of Arches?
The arches. For sure.
How many arches are there?
So many arches, dude. So, dude, check out all the people on the rock. That's where we're going. You have to look for them.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah. In order for them, it's a long drive back. In order for them to get the film back to the wreck.
What a spot here in Arches. We spent here about an hour. Jason, Cooper, and Delicate Arch. Pretty special.
Crow's home.
The crow's home.
That's a spread.
So where to next, Jason?
Somewhere.
Have you ever gotten paid to be a guide for Arches? Because you could make some money.
Not yet today. How much you got?
Cooper, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to grow up. I want to be a smoke jumper. Jump out of planes, fight fire.
Diego catches it on film, and Flyscout Ryder would be world famous.
Blow up.
Oh.
Where are we going, Cooper?
We got a little scampering over rocks to do, Flyscout Ryder.
Oh, yeah? It is painting. Those. Wow, look at the view here.
I mean, up there, huh? Mm-hmm. And up there too, at the top of that one, underneath the white.
Our leader is Jason. Our plant expert is Cooper. He knows all the names of all the plants around here. So Coops, you have a geology friend?
Yeah, he's a geology major at my school. Oh, there you go. It's cryptobiotic soil. Look at it all.
Everywhere.
It's a living soil surface, and it reduces erosion. It's crucial to ecosystems in the desert.
So they don't want people to get off the trail and walk on that stuff.
Because it takes a long time to keep the nutrients and helps the plants around.
Yeah, it looks like they're nice. Yeah. She reads some Ed Abbey. Good, solid, deep light. Because we ain't going left, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I did a rappel trip at my school there.
Hey man, that's up to you and your fear level.
That's a really cool.
Oh, it's double O. Yeah.
Double O arch. Do you know the name of any other trees around here?
Gamble's oak, Juniperus osteosperma. Did you get that? Did you get that?
Come go this way.
I think you follow it back down that way.
Are you guys coming from? Gives good context.
It's crazy how much freedom they give the visitors of Arches to just roam around on these trails. There's no like guardrails, safety ropes. You're walking around precipice on left and right in a lot of places, and I think it's quite dangerous, but it's super cool to have that kind of freedom and let the visitor decide how much risk they're willing to take. What a blast. Most likely the coolest trail I've ever hiked in a national park. It is long for one, 4.5 to 5 miles long to do the loop and see all the arches on the way, plus the 3 miles that we walked to see Delicate Arch. It's like a almost 10 mile in total day of hiking here at Arches.
That sounds amazing. Yes, please.
All three of us are really tired. We're about getting close to 10 miles for the day, seeing all these arches, but there's one more that we have to go check out. It's called the Double Arch.
Arch.
I'm off. I got a rental car. I'm going to Canyonlands, to Island in the Sky. That's the first of the 2 regions that I'm going to go check out in the next 2 days. I got water, snacks. I got everything I need to camp out a couple of nights. It's really difficult to check out Canyonland unless you have a vehicle, because it's one way in and one way out, and way too many miles to do by bike and still be able to hike the scenic overlooks and just absorb the national park itself. And then tomorrow I'll drive back through town and go to the southern part of the Colorado Rivers region, which is called Needles. There's 2 days that are coming up starting tonight with foul weather, like 30-40 mile an hour winds, if not more sometimes, with a dry cold front coming in. So I'm taking a chance to go see this beautiful national park. It's got 3 regions. The first one I'm gonna go see is the Island in the Sky, which is north of Moab. And then tomorrow I'll drive south of the Colorado River, south of Moab, and go see Needles. The third one, Maze, from what I hear, way too much of a project. A minimum of 3 days to 2 weeks to be able to hike in and actually do all the sightseeing that you can do there. A lot more preparation than I have time for. So I'm gonna do Island in the Sky today, Needles tomorrow, and the day after I'll wake up and bring the rental car back, spend one more night in Moab, and then take off and go towards Capitol Reef. About 4 miles from the entrance to the park. I can't wait to get out of the car and start hiking around and checking out all the overlooks into the canyon. Been told that what I'm about to see is out of control, and this Island of the Sky is going to be top notch. I can already see the canyon here on my left. Arches, and now this is a great opportunity to be here in Utah after 3 months on the road. Looking forward to Utah. I had crossed it before, just a little bit through Bluff, and now I get to see all 5 parks in the state, which are iconic to say the least in the national park sense. What I'm about to see today and what I've seen at Arches a couple days ago with Jason and Cooper. It's been a blast here in Utah, and I'm just getting started. So let's go see what Canyonland is all about. All right, I'm in the park. Quite the road trip to get here, and so far pretty amazing. Visitor center was interesting. I learned there's 6 of the most popular hikes to do, and they're less than a mile a piece, so it's getting to be 1 o'clock. I probably have 5 hours to do it. This is the Mesa Arch. It's only 1/3 of a mile long, just a little bit over half a mile. Oh my goodness, the scenery here is Grand Canyon-esque. Just wow, spectacular. I'm heading to Murphy Point. It's about 4 miles away, and it's about a 3.5 mile hike. The end has panoramic views of Candlestick Tower, it's the Green River, and White Rim Road. All right, this is gonna be about 2 hours, maybe a little longer. So I'm gonna get in the groove and start checking out what I can. I'm probably half a mile in and came over this top, and now I have a very humongous panoramic view ahead of me. It's for miles and miles of just canyons as far as your eye can see, and just beautiful. Having a ball. That was a nice little hike, and the scenery's out of control. Great experience here at Canyonland. Overwhelmed by how big the canyons are. There's just a massive amount of land out there that has eroded through time. All right, let's get back to the car and go see the grand view. Murphy Point, that was fun. 4 miles, insane scenery, and now I got 2 mile drive to Grandview Point. That's the last hike I'm going to do today. It's about 1.8 miles back and forth, and from what I hear, this viewpoint and hike is one of the best. Unreal scenery. The sun going down is lighting it up bright red. It's right on the edge of the cliff right here. This whole trail is spooky. Made it to Grandview Point Trails and wow, I've been sitting here looking around waiting for the sun to set and thinking about what a great day I had. 3 trails, 6 miles, just beautiful scenery and panoramas all around. I've been sitting here for 30 minutes waiting for the sunset, and looking ahead to tomorrow, where I can go to Needles, the other region of this amazing national park. Spent the night here at Willow Flat Campground. It's the only campground in this island in the sky region of Canyonlands National Park. It was blowing like insane. And I found refuge right behind this little tree right there, and I don't think the temps got to the 30s. Just absolute perfection for spending the night here. And now I'm gonna pack it up and head towards Needles, which is going back through Moab and then south of the Colorado River. And it's gonna take 2 hours, so I gotta pack it up and get going. First thing I'm gonna do this morning is get to this Green River overlook and see what the scenery looks like early on. Maybe make some coffee and walk out there. That was a spectacular way to start the morning. Jacked up to go to Needles. It's about a 2-hour drive. I gotta go back through Moab. I should be there by 11 or so and figure out which hikes to do. I've been enjoying a bunch the hiking. It's nice to get off the bike for a little bit and use your legs in a different way. I keep stopping to check out the overlooks. The views early and late in the day are so much more magnified. It's a beautiful place. I can't say enough about this island in the sky, and from what I hear, Needles has some crazy looking rocks I gotta go see. So buckle up, 2-hour drive, put some music on. Today should be a blast like it was yesterday. The road for about an hour, maybe 60 miles from Moab, and I took a right turn to get to the visitor center of Canyonlands Needles region. 34 more miles and then I can get on a trail. I see a 6-mile Chesler Park trail that's supposed to be a pretty good rendition of what Needles has to offer. The wind is ripping like 40. It's perfect timing for me to be doing this, because being on the bike in this kind of wind, it's gonna be a struggle. What an entrance! Very unique. They're like big blocks all together. Whoa. Outstanding scenery here. Like, I can't get over the scenery here. It's not even real. I gotta stop again. I'm like not getting anywhere. I'm stopping all the time. Wow. This is beyond belief. This is unreal. The formation of these rocks, how they are, is like I've never seen before. All right, I'm in the park. Finally, took a while. It's only 12 o'clock. And I'm heading to a trailhead for Elephant Hill, which is the most popular trail to do. It's about 6.5 miles long, and it has an option to go 10 miles if you want to add a loop to it at the end. So I gotta get there and start hiking up and checking it out, see how far I go. Here we go. The one-time needles experience of the day and of this trip. 6 miles back and forth. That's a pretty cool start. It's supposed to give me one of the best options for seeing what needles is all about. It can't get any windier. It's blowing 40 easy. It's nice for hiking, but I'm thinking about my cycling, and I'm kind of glad I'm not on the bike right now. The trails are pretty much designated with these flat rocks that are stacked upon each other every 20 yards or so, so it's hard to get lost. And if there's ever a chance to get lost, they've managed to put some kind of barrier, either rocks or logs, to make sure that people don't go off the designated trail, because if all these rocks were taken away, the only way to tell how to get somewhere would be by the wear and tear of the rock and the sand and the dirt as people walk through it. But if the rocks weren't there, those footprints would go away real fast, especially after some showers or a winter. All right, let's keep going. I'm probably a mile in, 2 more to go. I've only seen 2 hikers since I started, and I'm probably a mile and a half in of 3 to get to Chesler Park. And this guy says he comes here all the time because this hike is one of his favorite. And it's not just the first 3 miles, but an extra 3-mile loop called the joint. It's supposed to be super tight. Your body can barely fit through some of these spaces. This is so cool. It's non-stop up and down. It's a fun ordeal, but it's not necessarily just a walking trail. Like, you gotta go up these rocks all the time. This up ahead of me is called Chesler Park. I'm sitting at this high spot as I came over this hump here, and I'm dropping right back down into this canyon to head back 3 miles away. The scenery, you can see, is just outstanding. Had a great time these last 2 days in Canyonlands National Park. 6 miles of hiking yesterday and 6 today. Just crazy how beautiful this area is and how much there is to do. There's just not enough time to see it all in just a couple of days. Even a week would not be enough. I'm gonna pack it up and get my bike ready for the next day to keep going towards the west coast. I got a lot to see still, and I am totally missing my bicycle right now. I keep stopping, and Moab has held me hostage. Leaving Moab, finally. It abducted me for 6 days while I was looking at arches and Canyonlands National Park. Now I'm heading north to Green River. About 60-mile ride today. Gonna make some miles and start heading west soon, tomorrow, to Capitol Reef National Park. This is me right here for about 25 miles, maybe 30. It's gonna be a very fun day to get back on the bike. It's been 6 days since I got to Moab and hung out with Jason and Cooper. I gotta come back to this area. There is so much to do in the Moab vicinity with the 2 national parks and recreational activities you can get into. I don't know how I get so lucky. A bike path on the first day back on the bike after 6 days off of it. It's nice to have a peaceful bike path to start your next stretch on. Right next to Arches National Park. It's gonna be beautiful and chill. My first challenge of the day is getting out of the low elevation of Moab. I've driven this section to get to Under the Sky of Canyonlands National Park, and it's a good haul with a low to mid-grade incline for a long while, a bunch of miles. So I'm gonna pace and get it done. Nice climb. The bike path breaks away from the highway and it goes straight up on this ridge here. This bike path carries a punch. 7% grade. I'm not complaining though. I'm just so happy not to be on the shoulder of the highway and in this amazing, beautiful place. It's leveling up here up the top. I keep passing these bike trails cross through this bike path. I just went by one called Escape, another intermediate one. Moab is an amazing mountain biking destination. there's an enormous amount of bicycle trails everywhere, and they're very well designated. And I just came upon this one here. It's called the Sidewinder. It's about 1.5 miles, average grade of 8%, intermediate, downhill, aerobic, uphill. You can see that there's just a bunch of them right here next to Arches National Park. That was it. I've seen a lot more bike trail signs along the way. It's making me want to get a mountain bike and mess with them. Someday I'll be back here and I'm gonna do that. But for now, I got a gorgeous scenery ahead. Beautiful blue sky day. It's gorgeous ahead of me here. Just breathtaking. I'm close to the end of this bike path. It's only been 10 miles. Been a ball and a great start to the day, but it's time to go say hi to my trucker buddies. That shoulder on the side here on 191 is calling my name. The forecast for this next week is amazing, with light and variable winds and temperatures between 40 and 60 degrees. That's gonna be my window to get to Las Vegas, Nevada. But before that, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, and Zion National Parks. It's been a blast, but I have more to see, so I'll start pedaling. I got off 191, plenty of traffic. I looked to the right and there it was, this road here, way better. That was fun, but the silt is insanely soft. I'm gonna try this shoulder again. Tough going here. There's not much of a shoulder, way too much traffic. And what shoulder I have is really rough. Whew. Not even a shoulder, no. I'm alternating, getting on and off the shoulder when I see the cars coming from behind with my rear view mirror, as usual. Went from a perfect bike path to probably one of the most difficult scenarios here on 191. I see a color change in the pavement up ahead, and possibly a really nice shoulder from what I'm seeing. I need it. It's been a really difficult bunch of miles here. Yes, ask for it and you should receive it. Wow, what a difference. That was a tough miles back there. Not easy here on 191. The shoulder went tight on me again, but I'm almost to the interstate, I-70, and I'm gonna take it west to Green River. I think about 5 miles and I should be on a frontage road. Little freeway action on I-70. I'm sure I'm gonna have a big shoulder and I cannot wait. 20 miles to Green River. I was gonna get off and get on the frontage road, but I-70 right now is so peaceful, quiet, big shoulder, smooth. It's too good to leave, so I'm gonna keep on it. "47 miles for the day, about 6 more to go to get to a state park in Green River. I've had a ball on I-70 here. Pretty much a phenomenal day, just a transition day from one major area to the other. By the end of the day tomorrow, I should be 20 miles from Capitol Reef. And I've had a ball here on I-70, just cruising along, big shoulder, smooth, perfect temperature. I can't ask for better. I'm gonna finish up these few miles here.
frosty night last night. It's 30 degrees right now, so it probably dipped in the 20s. I slept really good. I have just the right equipment to sleep through nights like that, and I was a little bit cold here and there, but not too bad. I just added another layer or put socks on and managed it. But I'm all ready. Just gotta throw all this stuff in my bike and get moving towards Capitol Reef National Park today. I've had a ball in Utah, a weird landscape, all this erosion happening through thousands of years. It's all these humps and bumps and foreign looking landscape. So I'm gonna pack it up and go see more of it. So let's pack it up and move on down southwest, Capitol Reef National Park. Let's go. Starting to warm up, time to get going. Thank you, son, for coming out, leading the way forwards into more of magnificent Utah. I'm really excited to get moving west in any westerly direction I can, and Hanksville is the next town from here. It's about 60 miles and there's nothing in between. There's a State Road 24. It has a shoulder and not a lot of traffic this time of year. It's gonna be absolutely crazy beautiful. Let's see what else we got going. Capitol Reef tomorrow for sure. I'm super excited. It's a small national park in comparison to the rest, and from what I hear on 24 you can like pretty much see the whole thing. After that is Boulder, Utah, and Bryce Canyon, and then Zion, and then Nevada, another chapter of this season 4 of Flyscout Ryder. It's going really well. I'm having a ball and taking in everything I can along the way. Another day of bicycle touring. Is 39 degrees. It's warm. It really does feel warm compared to this morning. I gotta take I-70 a little longer to get to 24 and then down into Hanksville. I am ready to go with this warm 40-degree weather that I've got right now. After riding on I-40 through Oklahoma, Texas, and a little bit of New Mexico, I-70 seems so peaceful. There's hardly any cars going by or trucks. Maybe it's because it's early in the day, but it was the same way yesterday. Pavement is smooth as silk, and I got a gigantic shoulder as far as my eyes can see. I love these downhills that just come up on you all of a sudden and show you a window of the range or landscape ahead of you like this. Absolutely gorgeous, the colored contrast, and of course this amazing downhill that I'm about to do. 1 more mile on I-70 and I can take a left on 24 to Hanksville. It's been a smooth morning, super chill, excellent weather. Just having a great time here in Utah. That looks like one desolate, quiet road coming up. This is gonna be a ball. I see a nice shoulder up ahead and there is nothing for 40 miles between here and Hanksville. So it's gonna be quite the scenic byway. I'm in the desert. I just checked the altitude, it's about 4,500 feet. You can see forever here, like big sky, like Montana. In the midst of a nice climb here. I miss climbing, and it hasn't been that long. What a dandy! I'm almost there. That was no joke. What a beauty.
It's a low-grade incline since I got on 24. Every time I see a hump, it just levels off and then it starts climbing again. Low-grade inclines are really brutal because they just task you for so many miles in a row that they punish you. So you got to really be careful to not press against them too hard or you're going to burn out. I'm not doing that right now, but I'm going to do it right now. And that's what it looks like looking forwards. That shiny film at the top of the pavement means that it's not going down, but at some point you know it's got to drop. I just crossed over 40 miles for the day, still climbing. This is the last little hump, the third one. What a brute of a climb. It's like 30 miles straight up, just low grade, mid grade, and heavy grade ones. All right, keep at it. It's dunish looking sand. It might be a summit of sorts, desert-like summit. Instead of snow, it's sand. Maybe some truth to that, never know. Troubles are over. Wow, what a view. Unreal. Absolutely crazy looking. It's like Blue Ridge Mountain kind of looking stuff with all the mountains and blue layers of canyons ahead. Capitol Reef is gonna be bonkers. That was challenging back there. Let's see if there's any serious rewards coming up. I'm really stoked about my legs. They feel really strong, but either way, it takes a lot of effort to go that many miles, just pressing. Unbelievable beauty out here. It's desolate and sort of scary looking. There is no water anywhere. It'd be difficult to survive out here if you didn't carry enough water to get through it, but it's just gorgeous. The rocks, the scenery from afar. And I hear Capitol Reef National Park is superb, so tomorrow should be memorable, to say the least. Made it to Hanksville. I'm all set up in this campground. Duke's. I'm looking at 18 degrees for the low tonight, so it's gonna be snippy. Today was amazing. I had a really huge struggle coming up that low grade incline for 30 miles, but the reward was unbelievable. A straight up downhill all the way to here. Tomorrow I got 34 miles to get to Capitol Reef National Park, and I've been told there's some really good climbs to get there. It'll be another sporty day in Utah. I've been super excited to cross Utah and see all 5 national parks. And tomorrow is going to be 3 of 5, and they are not disappointing. So until tomorrow. It's 18 degrees and the high today is going to be 56 as I ride into Capitol Reef National Park. I got everything packed up. All I got to do is get on the road. Well, I'm off and it's warming up fast, it feels like. It's 35 degrees, close to a 20-degree rise in an hour and a half. But I can't tell, I got too many layers on. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Where are we going? Go home, go home. I think I met a friend this morning. As soon as it saw me, it started getting all happy and chasing after me. Capitol Reef National Park in my sights, about 37 miles, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be gorgeous. It's getting warm fast. To go from here to Las Vegas is about 370 miles and close to 20,000 feet of elevation gain. That whole Bryce Canyon area is a lot of ups and downs, which should be absolutely the most gorgeous part of this second half of Utah. That's the second one of those that I've seen that are sandstone blocks. It's really impressive to go through Utah. It's the natural beauty of canyons that make this state so impressive. It sort of tells the story of time, like a geological museum. There's so many different structures that get created, like the arches. A very impressive place that does not get old to see. Every single day you go around the next turn of the road and you see more amazingness. And I'm not even to Capitol Reef yet. Here's the start of a nice climb. I'm about 4,500 feet in elevation, and my max elevation as I get over to Bryce later on this few days should be over 7,000. That wasn't bad at all. Little warm up. What a view! It's outrageous. So big, everything, just giant scenery. Beautiful weather. I've been really fortunate to have this 5-day light and variable wind window to get through here. There's people that come here to dirt bike. They're doing donuts up there in the sand. It's just the most bizarre landscape. It feels like from another planet, most likely because I've never seen exactly this. It's just bizarre. It's pretty cool. I'm like in a trip here in Utah. Tripping out. There's a beauty coming up. There's a major grade on it too. That was a good one. That's 2 for today. This is one crazy place. Surreal. One of the most amazing cycling experiences of my life. The road, the shoulder, everything is immaculate. It's perfect. It's brand new. All these guardrails are new. Just a fabulous day here in Utah. Made it to Capitol Reef National Park, and I can't wait to go see what it's all about. What a wonderful morning, nice and cool, blue skies. I can't ask for better weather to do this. I'm looking forward to carrying on, heading southwest to Bryce Canyon National Park and then Zion. It's gonna be a hoot, so let's get it going. That's massive! I just passed this pioneer house, and the historical marker was talking about how it's the earliest Mormon families that came here to try to settle, and it was very difficult because the river would flood, destroy all their irrigation, so they had to move up to a higher ground. I just passed a trailhead called the Grand Wash, and it's a shame, but I can't stop and go hiking. Not only do I not have the time to do it, but I also don't want to leave my bike laying on the side of the road. Even if it was chained, I wouldn't feel relaxed enough to just take off for a few hours to go hike a trail. And that's one of the things I've realized from Utah national parks, is that they're so massive that you kind of sort of have to pick whether to bicycle into them and through them or do hiking. If you want to do hiking, it's important to come with a vehicle. They're just that remote and big. But the good side of Capitol Reef is that staying on 24 is plenty to see what Capitol Reef is all about. I'm here at Capitol Reef, a magnificent place to say the least. I spent about an hour at the visitor center and read all this stuff. It was fun to do, and I got help from a ranger to decide what to do the next coming days. There's a 9,600 foot pass, which is going to be below zero at night. I'll spend the night out there, and then the next day I'll climb another 1,700 to go over the summit and drop 3,300 feet into Boulder, and that should set me up to go visit Bryce Canyon National Park. I'm leaving the Frida campground at Capitol Reef National Park. It was a warmer night than the last two nights, but still pretty chilly in the 20-degree range. Today I have a big task. I have 22 miles to get to a campground that's closed, but I'll sneak into it. It's gonna be 3,600 feet of climbing to get there, and that'll set me up the next day to get over a 9,600 foot pass with 1,700 feet of climbing to get into Boulder and down into Bryce Canyon. Not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna read my body as it goes and start climbing. Here we go. These 2 days should be quite the challenge. If this climb doesn't wake up my muscles inside the first 5 miles of the day, I don't think anything will. That must be crazy. That was insane. That was 2 miles at 8% gain, and I almost elevated 700 feet. That was a good start to the day, but I got way more to do. I've been held up here on the shoulder for about 10 minutes just taking this view in. It's unbelievable. The amazingness that Utah has to offer. This Capitol Reef area is outstanding. Not that any other hasn't been. It's just one amazing national park after the other. It's a testament also to bicycle touring because I have done it by car too, and looking through a windshield just does not give you the perspective that being on a bicycle or a hiker would have. I'm just so fortunate to have discovered bicycle touring and have had the health and the ability to roam around the country on a bicycle. Just past the park boundary. I'm happy to have been at Capitol Reef. What a park. It's compact, but packs a punch. These ever-changing views never get old. I'm about 2 miles from Torrey. I see it. It's right here on the left. I plan on loading up with water and food. Here I go. Had a half a sub, bunch of water, carrying more water because I think I'm gonna be able to camp somewhere between here and the summit. And it's 36 miles to Boulder, 3,700 feet of climbing on Utah State Road number 12, which I hear is one of the most scenic roads in Utah. I'm about to enter into the Dixie National Forest. So beautiful up here. It's so nice to be around conifers again. I'm at 7,921 feet, almost to 8,000. That's 4,000 or so feet in elevation gain. The summit at 9,600 is 10 to 15 miles away. There's no way I'm gonna press at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to try to get over the summit before dark. So I don't wanna get stuck up high with the temperatures getting low like they're gonna be. My best option is staying at this closed campground that I'll be sneaking into. Be fun to spend the night up here and see how I can manage with close to 0-degree temperature. I'm pretty sure the campground should be close by. It's about 3 o'clock and I'm ready to stop. I'm really tired. This is it for me. If I keep going and do 10 miles, I'm gonna be in the dark. It's gonna be dark in 2.5 hours and I have 10 more miles or so to the summit. This is the Single Tree Dixie National Forest campground. I'm gonna go in there and find me a place to settle down. I'm all set up here at Single Tree Campground in the Dixie National Forest, probably inside 10 miles from the summit, and this campground's totally empty. I walked around all over the place trying to find firewood enough to maybe play around here in a little bit. I'm psyched to get over the top of this thing and go towards Bryce Canyon National Park, and then after that Zion. I'm just ecstatic about my time here in Utah. It's difficult, but it's also absolutely rewarding in so many ways. I'm gonna finish this night and see you guys in the morning.
Had a pretty good sleep last night here at Single Tree Campground in the Dixie National Forest of Utah between Capitol Reef National Park and Bryce Canyon National Park. Today I'm planning on making the 50 miles to Escalante. It should be a beautiful climb to 9,600 and then a gigantic drop, almost 4,000 feet of descent, which should be spectacular. I've been told that there's a road that has no shoulders, no guardrail. Both sides are huge drop-offs for at least a mile. And then head to Bryce Canyon National Park the next day. All right, pack up, let's go.
Let's get back on 12 and climb 1,600 feet. My plan is to go nice and slow, get my legs warmed up as I reach this summit. But overall, it should be a pretty straightforward kind of day. I'm about 9,000 feet and the views are crazy with this kind of weather. It's just unbelievable. Capitol Reef National Park in the distance, shining bright red with the early morning light. Absolutely phenomenal to see where I've been for the last 3 days because you can see it all from here. Just brilliant. What a day I'm having already. This is a no joke kind of pass. I dropped to below 8,500 again, so I'm like where I was at the campground, which means I gotta climb a bunch more, another 1,300 or so. All right, this should be the beginning of the 1,000 feet that I still have to climb. This is a legit pass, Boulder Mountain. Come try it. I'm getting close. What a pass! All the way from Capitol Reef. Not an easy one and a phenomenal one. Utah 12 is insane. This is just absolute heaven for cycling. So beautiful to see all around you, and it's just fantastic. All right, let's get this thing done and descend. I got a steady west wind in my face right now, which means I'm really close, if not there. I'm inches. This is the last stretch. What a pass this was! Holy moly! I'm psyched to be up here. This might be the last pass I'll be able to do, so it's very nostalgic to me. Escalante is ahead of me. I can't wait to get there. Just think back at these last 3 days and also keep moving forward. So I got Bryce Canyon National Park and Zion ahead of me. It's just an unbelievable time here in Utah. I know I keep saying that, but it's just been outstanding, and it's still going. I'm like halfway through maybe. I'm enjoying the living life out of this. Woo! Five miles of 8%, I'll take it. Just dropping elevation and rocking miles for a while. Unreal. What a ball. I'm gonna ride right through Boulder and keep going to Escalante. From here to St. George, which is going through Bryce Canyon National Park and Zion, there is not as much climbing as I just did, but pretty hellacious stuff coming up. So I gotta buckle up again and prepare for the next days ahead. And on Thursday, there's some foul weather coming in. I'm guessing a cold front, so I have to look at that too. But for now, I gotta get to Escalante, another 30 miles and 1,600 feet of climbing, 3,500 fall. It's absolutely gorgeous in Utah, but there is no flat ground. It's either you're screaming downhill or you're climbing, and you're obviously climbing all day, every day. All right, I'm back on flat ground here. I've heard that there's a stretch here that's very, very dangerous. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm also gonna be real cautious about it. Utah is the most bizarre state in the country. It's unbelievable. Every section, every region of the state has just such a drastic landscape change. Anyways, I've been on a juniper tree, sagebrush straight away, low grade descent, which is nice. I'm just chilling right now. I've been abducted by aliens. What in the world? Unreal. I gotta pay attention. This might be that stretch. I'm blown away. Staircase Escalante monument is leaving a huge impression on me. I don't even know how I'm gonna even remember. It would be really difficult just to go through Utah and actually comprise a good memory bank of what it's about. There's just so much here. Here's a 40% grade. was insane, absolutely insane, spectacular. Woo! Loving it. If there was ever a drop worth having to climb your way out of, that was it. I got my work cut out right now. What a crazy day. I don't even remember the morning. I'm coming up on a high spot here. What next? Just give it to me. Another landscape, another planetary travel. Here we go, more drops, dips, and valleys. I got a giant pass still left to do today. So over this mountain here, it's like the most unbelievable day of cycling ever. But I've said that so many times before. I just put myself in these crazy places and I love it. But I'm assuming this is it, so I'm gonna go light and easy and get up there. There's a combination of how tired I am from the last 4 days, the lack of food I have in me, and looking around at this really bizarre place. I'm at this delirious point where I'm in a level of contentment that is really crazy. Almost there. Or not. I think it keeps going. Utah, you're crushing me. The grade, the length of the climbs. You want to get brutalized. This is where you want to come. I think that's it. That was Brood. I'm 45 miles in. I got 10 miles to get to Escalante, and I'm at 6,200 feet in elevation, and Escalante's at 5,000, so I'm thinking I'm gonna drop pretty extensively for the next 10 miles. What a day. Unbelievable. Bicycle touring just gives you this crazy experiences. A huge part of it is just getting in contact with the topography, the earth, and what happened here for millions of years. Coming into Escalante. It's time to find a place to stay for the night, recharge batteries and body, and get ready for Bryce Canyon. It's still 100 miles away, but it's there. Leaving Escalante, had a really restful sleep at this motel, Circle D. Got 44 miles and 4,500 feet of climbing to get to Bryce Canyon. So it's gonna be another dandy day here in Utah. I'm struggling this morning, really tired. The prospect of 4,500 feet of climbing is not helping, and I got a chilling headwind. In these scenarios, I keep telling myself just to give myself time to warm up and get my legs and body energized and ready to go. About 5 miles in, I'm frozen up. This mountain here on my left is creating a shadow, and it's chilly. I'm feeling a little bit better, and I know I'll pick it up, but it's not easy right now. Yes, I see the sun lighting up the pavement up ahead. Wow, that feels so good. What a spirit lifter. That feels a lot better, yeah. I've been on a low-grade incline since I left Escalante about 10 miles ago. Climbed about 700 feet steadily since I left, which has been good because that's what's kept me warm in the shadow. And now that I'm in the sun, it's pretty warm. I've been grinding at a low-grade incline and a headwind that's rocking me really good right now. But pushing forwards, I'm above 7,000 feet elevation, and Bryce Canyon is at over 8,000, but not much, I don't think. This means that I'm gonna be dropping into a canyon at some point and getting some reprieve, but then gonna have to climb out of it. But hopefully towards the end of the day when I feel more together. I'm close to 1,800 feet of climbing this morning on a low-grade incline. I stopped at this overlook of the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. I've done close to 20 miles and close to 2,000 feet of climbing. That was a grind of a morning. Those low-grade inclines for long periods of time like that are butt kickers. I got maybe 4 hours left, 5 hours left of the day. Gonna enjoy the view, drink my tea, pack it up, and keep going. Little tea and a drop, that'll change everything. So fun being in these canyons and valleys, just looking around is so entertaining. It's a special place to be in. Coming into Henryville. Coming into Cannonville. Left Cannonville behind me. One more town before the big climb to Bryce Canyon National Park. And that's a tropic coming up in a couple of miles. Cool little town. Not much to tropic. It seems like a dispersed houses here and there. A couple of restaurants, inns, motels, and cabins. About to start climbing up to Bryce. It's been a pretty spectacular day, except the morning was tough. It's a testament to just getting on the bike and getting moving and just letting your body get ready on its own. Surprising what it will do for you. It's 63 degrees. What a turn of events here today. I had the wind in my face in the morning and now I have it on my back. And I'm about to start taking some layers off. Feels like 90. I'm ready to climb this thing and get up there and see the views from above of the canyon. I see it on the map and it looks impressive. The canyon colors here are unique, more orangey pastel, and it's got these straight up rocks. Really, really cool looking. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. The grade is totally manageable. I'm just taking it easy, climbing up, enjoying the moment. So far it's been a really smooth mid-grade climb, I would say. And I'm just enjoying the scenery behind me. I'm looking back as much as I can. It's gorgeous. It's the craziest thing to come up and out of those valleys and canyons on this flat ground. Such a drastic change of scenery. It's fantastic. What a change of events today was. Not what I was expecting, and it was fabulous. I got a couple of miles to get to the campground at the park. Today proves that no matter how tired you feel, even if you feel sluggish in the morning, if you just get going and just get on the bike and go at whatever pace you can, your body catches up. The biggest struggle is your mind. In reality, your body's ready to go. I'm here at Bryce Canyon National Park, all set up in a camp spot. I don't know how I make these days, but today was a tough one in the morning, but it ended up becoming quite the day. I can't wait tomorrow to go see the park and learn as much as I can about Bryce Canyon. Pretty sure that it's going to be outstanding.
First thing I gotta do this morning is go check out the visitor center and read as much as I can about the park. Get some knowledge in.
One of the very popular ones is what we call a natural bridge, which is this one right here. That bridge, it looks like an arch. We don't call it an arch here. That is another part for that. Okay.
Spent about an hour at the visitor center watching the 20-30 minute film and looking at all the exhibits. They're phenomenal. It told the entire story of the Escalante staircase, the Grand Canyon, and how all this has been formed through millions of years of erosion and tectonic plate movement. Very impressive. And now I have about 13 miles to get to the end of the park, to the last scenic overlook. So let's see what Bryce Canyon National Park has. My plan is to go straight to the very end and climb the 1,700 feet to get there, and then work my way back as the sun turns to the west and lights up the canyon. I'm climbing. I'm about 8,500 feet, and it's this elevation here at Bryce Canyon, from what I've learned, that causes the hoodoos, because water seeps in between the cracks of the rocks, and then as they freeze overnight during late fall and winter, it creates cracks and loosens the rocks. And when the spring thaw occurs, water from rain washes away all the sedimentation that loosened up from the ice embedding in between the rock cracks. I didn't lose that much altitude on that last drop, but I still have about 700 feet of climbing to do. As Ponderosa Point, I'm not even looking. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go to the end, another couple of miles, hang out, just check out the scene and wait till the sun goes down before I come back down. It's been a ball climbing this thing without my gear. It's a lot of difference. The way back should be smooth sailing and filled with beautiful scenery. I'm almost there. One last push. I'm close to 20 miles. I'm feeling good about it. I made it. Oh, now I can hang out up here, check out the scene and the overlooks. Bryce Canyon National Park, it's happening. This is the other point at the end, Yovimpa Point. which should be facing the west. What beautiful scenery that was back there at Rainbow Point. Just super happy to have come to Bryce Canyon. Now I have to get back, and on the way stop at all the overlooks as the sun goes down. If you come to Bryce Canyon National Park and spend some time in the Visitor Center, you will get the entire picture of the staircase, Escalante National Monument, the Grand Canyon, and Bryce Valley, and the entire plateau that we're sitting on. Here's another overlook. My plan's working out. The sunlight is perfect for looking towards the east into Bryce Valley, and I'm just chilling out, going downhill nice and smooth. Nothing compared to what I did this morning. And just having a ball, meeting people on all the overlooks, just chatting it up. Everybody's in a great mood just because of where you're at, just to be here and appreciate the beauty of it. Having a ball as usual, but more than usual. Next. Here's one of the big climbs I dropped on earlier today. That was legit. I forgot how fast a drop that thing was. A day in Bryce Canyon National Park cycling is without a doubt one of the best experiences I've had on this tour so far. Sun's going down on me and I have 10 miles to go. I'm hoping that the downhilling is fluid. Insane! Water drop! Wow! Back to dropping. What a day! I'm so happy that I had to climb it and not drop it and then climb it later. It's phenomenal. Bryce Point doesn't disappoint. Wow, I didn't know how to climb this high to come to this, but I am so glad I did. The scenery here is outrageous. It really is the representation of the national park. So happy to have come here today. That's 4 out of 5 Utah national parks. There's only one left, and that's Zion. I've had a ball today. I did a lot of climbing. Got my full days of cycling in, and gets me ready for tomorrow. Toasty 44 degrees here in Bryce Canyon National Park, and I'm heading to Zion today. I should get really close. Enjoying this bike path next to 12, and I see bright blue skies ahead. I'm looking for Utah 89 in about 10 miles. Coolest thing about today is that I have 4,000 feet of descent and only 1,500 of climbing. Here at the top of the staircase Escalante monument, which is Bryce Canyon, is a serious high spot in the topography, and heading to Zion should be a blast. I'm getting off the Canyon bike trail and back on 12, coming in on Red Canyon, and I have a feeling that the scenery and the downhill on the road is going to be way better than on the trail. The trail seems like it's going into a forested area, which will be great and all, but the 12 being a scenic highway makes me want to get on it. Guess who's not climbing anymore? I'm just descending away. Red Canyon. I wasn't expecting it. I'm coming to the end of 12 and about to catch on 89 heading south with a south wind ripping. I am wondering how that's gonna go for another 50 miles. Only one thing to do, pedal. It'll be interesting. I've been really good about looking ahead at the weather pattern and deciding what to do when, and I've very much maximized the window that I had behind me, but there is a storm coming on Saturday, 2 days from now, and today is the southwest wind that precedes that front coming in. I've been climbing a low-grade incline for a while, but I'm on a roll and feeling good, just grinding away at it. It's gonna be a phenomenal day, and at some point I'm sure the wind maybe will lay down. I'm riding into Hatch, about 27 miles so far with about 40 to go. A lot of these towns are pretty much vacant and closed down for winter. This is most likely the best month to come see Utah, November, because there's not a lot of traffic in the national parks or on the roads. It's cooler and the scenery is just as spectacular. A bit of a climb coming out of Hatch into the wind. Is becoming a little bit of a battle today. I'm pedaling downhill as if I was climbing, but something will change. Just gotta keep going forwards. A bit of a reprieve. I'm knocking these miles out. I'm in the mood and I'm in the zone. Just gotta keep grinding into it. Close to 40 miles. It's been a grinder of a low-grade incline into the wind. Almost there. I don't know how it snuck up on me today, but I just didn't foresee it be a low-grade incline like it has been. At some point it's going to be a really helpful downhill into Mount Carmel Junction. That's where I'm heading. 20 more miles. What I'm looking for up at the top is ripping wind. That'll tell me that that's the summit of wherever I'm at. Wind's here and I see it downhill ahead. Utah, it knows how to give it to you. Woo! Thank you! Bicycle touring or cycling, it knows how to punish you and just give you just enough to keep you hooked on it. I have a very small shoulder with moderate traffic, so when I see a pinching point with incoming traffic and traffic from behind, I'm jumping off on the gravel and stopping for them to just have the freedom to pass by. What an awesome downhill this is. I'm being rewarded after a really difficult morning. That was a hellacious climb into the wind. 55 miles, about 6 more to go I think, or 7, and I'm passing through Glendale. It's been nice having it downhill, but I've still had to push into it. It has not been easy at all today, just suffocated by southwest wind, but I got it done. I feel really good about that. About 7 more miles to get to Mount Carmel Junction. Just cruising on downhill. I'm still pushing against the wind, but come on. It's been a nice, steady, easy 20 miles to get there. Coming into Orderville. I'm getting close, maybe 4 miles. Coming into Mount Carmel Junction, I'm gonna find a place to stay and regroup. My gear's all wet from last night, and I'm only 20 miles of Zion National Park, so get some rest, and in the morning go see the 5th and last of Utah's national parks. What an insane time I've had in Utah. One last national park and we can move on to Nevada. Starting the day with a nice climb. I'm psyched to see Zion and finalize the Utah stretch, seeing the 5 national parks. I'm about 10 miles from Zion National Park in the canyon. It's 51 degrees with a forecasted high of 65 today. And that's because we have a front coming in day after tomorrow with west winds over 40. So my plan today is to do the 65 miles to St. George with 2,500 feet of climbing and close to 6,000 of descent. Yep, low grade incline. That's 800 feet of climbing since I left Mount Carmel. I'm knocking it out with a bit of a southeast wind pushing me along. That was 6,000 feet in elevation back there. I'm getting closer. Passing through Zion National Ranch. 4 miles from the eastern entrance. I'm starting to see some glimpses of canyons up ahead, just downhilling nice and smooth. Bison right here on the left. I gotta stop and check them out. So cool. It's been so long since I've seen bison, since the Badlands a couple of years ago. It's gonna be insane. Woo! Unreal views from here. What a ball. Made it to Zion, the last of the 5 national parks here in Utah. It's a dream come true. I've thought about coming through Utah and seeing these parks for 2 years now since I did my second tour across the US 2 years ago. It's been beyond belief, far greater than any expectation I had about what it was gonna offer. Serious challenges with serious rewards, and as soon as I get into Nevada, I'm gonna totally miss Utah for the rest of my life. But we still gotta get through here. Let's go see what Zion's all about, huh? I've been warned, I cannot ride through the 1 mile long tunnel, and that is a total bummer. The ranger says that I have to find a ride. That's crazy looking. Massive chunks of rock coming out of the ground. Unreal. Surreal how grand this whole place looks and feels, and the pine trees against the rocks, just the color combination is unique in its own. All these parks in Utah are so different. How's it going, buddy? I know. I'm backtracking a little bit where there's a space, a gap up ahead where I can hitchhike. Let's see who can pick me up and take me through. I finally got a ride. It didn't take that long, like 20 minutes. This family from Phoenix agreed to let me jump on the back. Hopefully the rangers don't mind me sitting back here. I got a ride!
Hey, no problem, man. Good luck with everything. There's not so much, right?
No.
I got you. Yeah, no problem, man. That's really
Good
cool.
luck.
Yeah,
I was
for sure.
like, let me give you a card of my channel.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's your name?
Ryan,
Ryan, I'm
Yep.
Diego. Nice to meet you, bro.
nice to meet you too, man. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Yes! Kindness of people never ceases to amaze me. Let's keep going. Back to it. That ride in the tunnel was creepy, sitting in the back like that, and it was pitch black. I couldn't see anything. Whoa! What a fantastic time here in Zion. I've had a ball. What a way to finish Utah's national parks. This one was outstanding. Starting with Arches, Island in the Sky, Canyonlands, Needles, and Capitol Reef, and Bryce. Oh man, what a day I had there. And to finish it off here in Zion, I'll never forget my time here in Utah.